how to start a window cleaning business. If you want to learn how, you've come to the right place. As entrepreneurs and business owners, we know that if we have a clear plan, anything becomes possible. And if you can have a clear plan, a clear process to create that plan, and a way to create clarity with your partner or spouse, you can drive to amazing heights. So if you're interested in starting a window cleaning business, well, we're going to go through and we'll talk about the basics and the different types and some things to keep aware of and some things that are benefits and some things that may be challenges. My name is Kris Kluver. I started my first of 16 company when I was 19. One of those actually was buying and selling. We did some window cleaning businesses. It was a good experience for my wife to learn what it was like to own her own company. Now, in this particular case, depending on what you're looking for, first thing is what type of work are you looking to do? When you look at window cleaning, there's high-rise, there's commercial, short or low, like single level commercial, and then there's residential, and there's residential construction clean. Huge wide variety of those. And I think it's important for you to figure out what is it you're looking for and what type of work are you going to go after. Now, one of the things that a lot of people, if you're just starting, that's pretty easy to do, it's called route work. And route work would be, where can you go out and maybe go to a strip mall and you have a route and say, look, I'll come out every other week, or I'll come out once a month, whatever that may be. But get people to decide what it is so you can go out on a regular basis. Now, usually when you start bidding and you're starting to figure out what is it I'm going to charge, what is that worth? Well, you need to figure out what is the dollar per hour you're looking at for the type of work. And one of the biggest factors in this that most people don't take into account is, what is your workman's comp going to be? Workman's comp is typically required by the government, that it's an insurance, but is there any likelihood, or do you have the potential to get hurt, or are you looking to where you have employees? If you're looking to have employees and your employees get on a ladder that's more than 2 steps, your insurance goes through the roof. If you're going to have people hanging off the side of a building, your insurance goes absolutely bananas, because the likelihood of somebody potentially getting hurt goes up exponentially. In some cases, you may have to pay 60 to 70 cents on the dollar for every payroll dollar. So that means if you paid somebody 20 bucks an hour, you may actually end up paying $12 to $14 an hour in addition for your workman's comp. So making sure you factor that in is going to be important. If you choose to be a solopreneur, and this was my first book, The Aspiring Solopreneur, it actually helps you step by step figure out how to go out and vet ideas and figure out what looks, so you can very safely transition to that new gig. But if you're a solopreneur, you get different options on what you have to choose and what you don't have to choose. This is where talking with an insurance company and an attorney is going to be really important, because the last thing you want to do is hurt yourself and not have a backup. But it's going to be very, very important for you to understand what type of work you're doing and what is the exposure for insurance as well, not just workman's comp insurance, but also potential liability insurance. Another type of window cleaning business that some people do is construction cleaning. So for most builders to get their CO, their certificate of occupancy, their final approval from the building department, the last step is usually construction cleans. And that means that somebody has to go through and clean the place up and make it ready for the tenants to at least come in and be close. And part of that is making sure the windows are clean. If there's stickers on the windows, or if there was overspray from paint or stucco or all sorts of things, those need to be cleaned off before they can actually get approval to get their final signature that says, okay, yes, you're done. Here's your CO, your certificate of occupancy. We had a business that we did a lot of construction clean work, and it was good. It's good business and you can charge a lot more, but you have to really be careful on how you're doing the work and making sure that you don't scratch the windows when you clean things. Because if you're taking paint and other pieces off, well, if you're going to use a big scraper, how you do that, the different techniques and tools, very, very, very important. Because you scratch an $800 window, that builder is not going to be happy with you, and they're going to come to you to have you fix it, or you pay for that change. So, and another piece with that is, a lot of times if you're doing residential construction, you may have people on ladders, and if you have somebody on a 30-foot ladder standing outside in the ice and snow or whatever it is, they need to get that CO done. well, your workman's comp again is going to go up. So you have to make sure that you're charging accordingly so that you can make sure you figure that out. So when you think about these things, figure out what is the type of work you're looking to do. If you're looking to do just the basic route work, wonderful. For a long time, we were in Denver, we had a couple of big fast food franchises that we owned the route work for all of them. So we cleaned all the windows at the different Kentucky Fried Chickens and things like that. It had guys that did that for us. It wasn't a big deal, but it was very consistent, and we'd go out every week, and that was worth it for them. So that type of route work was good. Those are easy, and usually it doesn't, your cost to get into that, if you're a solo person, isn't very high. It's just the window washing equipment, making sure you've got clear insurance, structure, business, whatever that may be. And then you can go out and start talking to people. Say, hey, can I clean your windows? And if you're getting started, you're not really sure how to get started with people, say, look, tell you what, I'll do it for free. I'll do this round for free, and if you want it afterwards, let me know, and it'll be this much each month. Now, you may get some people that take advantage of you, but more or less, I'm guessing most people are like, no, this is good. Right or wrong, the window cleaning business has got a lot of flaky employees, probably because there's a low barrier to entry. Candidly, we had problems with people even showing up sober. So if you show up and you're quality and you're respectful of people's properties and you do a good job, it's a simple way actually where you can go out and make 40, 50 bucks an hour without a lot of brain damage. It's nice because it gives you the flexibility to work sort of when you want to. If you have the route work, you have more of a constraint. You have to do things in a different way. So the last thing I want to talk about is as you build your business, start thinking about how can you build a somewhat of a very simple but small board of advisors that can help you with this. So this is where if you have a good business attorney, they'll help you figure out what's the right financial structure and what are the insurance things and stuff to stay legal. They'll refer you likely to a good small business insurance person. If you have a good small business accountant to stay in line with taxes and any things that may be coming up with that. You may even find somebody that can help you with marketing. But a lot of times marketing is just going to be, just get some basic cards, maybe a flyer, go around and just start knocking on doors, see what happens. If you give it away for free, time or two, see what people say. There's ways that you can do that it doesn't cost you much financially, but it's a very easy way to get into it. And I've known guys making over 100 grand a year cleaning windows. I know it sounds crazy, but they were good guys, keeping it really simple, working by themselves. Now, again, you have to take into account if you have employees, how do we factor that in? And if you're doing it solo, well, I would encourage you to strongly consider getting that insurance, the workman's comp, if you're going to be on a ladder doing things that have risk. So if you found any value in this, right on. We've got a bunch of other videos on this channel. We'd love to hear from you. And if you have questions, you're welcome to reach out to us directly at aspiringsolopreneur.com. Thank you. Keep smiling.